Hi, this is Maureen. I am what is called a solo lady creator. That means that I'm the only one who works here. I'm the only one who does all the work. And that's why I insist on giving Podia the 5 stars because it's my all in one platform for everything I do. I have been working online for over 20 years. I have used just about everything that's out there. I've used everything that is a big name in, I guess you would say, the services to a creator's world. I've had a marketing agency. In the last 3 years, I've scaled it down to just me. And the reason for that, everything else got too complicated. And I wanted to simplify, and that's what I did. Podia was not as exciting as it is now 3 years ago, but it was exciting enough for me to dump everything else and go with Podia, knowing that they were going to make advancements. The reasons I initially chose Podia was because of simplicity. Having had an agency, taking it, scaling it down to a solo creator business, I had to get rid of a lot of stuff, a lot of things that were headaches, a lot of things that where someone else had to do the work. I'm not a tech person. I have no tech knowledge. And Podia seemed to fit well at that point in time. Since then, I have scaled my business down dramatically. It's a pure solo business, let's put it that way. And the main thing about Podia, it's fantastic for someone in my situation where I do all the work. I don't have a team. I don't rely on technical knowledge of somebody. And it's also good for someone who has a solo agency doing work for other people. But the most important thing is it's an all in one platform. And what that means is just a one stop shop. Everything that I do is there, from my blogging to my courses to what I sell and tracking everything I sell, my local community, what else? Email marketing, you name it, it's there. I don't have to log in and out of 6 different platforms. I don't have to install a bunch of plugins. And I'm just absolutely thrilled that it's a one stop. I sign in once, that's it. I do all my work there, I'm finished. Let me ask you this question. How easy is it every time you have to upgrade your telephone, your cell phone? Do you survive it? I assume you do because you're still using that cell phone. So, if you want to know how hard it is to get started with Podia, think about your cell phone. Anytime you change your phone, to change applications, the Microsoft does an upgrade on my computer or in Microsoft Word, which I use a lot. Everything has a little bit of a learning curve because these developers want to make all the bells and whistles work. But they're also getting rid of all the time consuming problems that happen along the way. So, my advice to anyone starting to use Podia is what I developed for myself. And that is when I'm learning on a new part of Podia, a new piece of it. And I'm going to use the email marketing as the example. I had used all the big name email marketing services. They were ridiculous because they took so much time, they were complicated. Compared to them, Podia was very, very simple. But it's still different. You have to learn where the button is to do this, where the button is to do that. And it had some really unique features, like tracking all of my people. Tags from other parts of my business could apply to these people. So, what I did is I made myself a rule. When I'm learning something new on Podia, I have to do something in that feature every day until I can do it almost automatically. Maybe it'll take a week, maybe it'll take 2 weeks, maybe it won't take any time at all. But the thing is, consistently work with it. When you feel comfortable with it and you know you're going to remember it, then you're okay to move on. Okay, when it comes to recommendations, I'm a little bit opinionated. I'm opinionated about everything, but I'm really opinionated about this because I teach other women how to be a solo creator and take whatever it is they know. May not even think that they know it really well, but when we dwell down on all this, we find something that they know well enough to teach it and sell the course to it. And so, what I recommend is anyone who wants a simplified business. You don't want to have a team, you don't want employees, you don't want to have to rely on other people to do things for you. It takes less time on most of the tasks in a business, a digital business, to do it yourself with the tools you have at hand in Podia than it does to tell somebody how you want it done and then keep following up back and forth, back and forth, back and forth till they finally get it the way you want it. Plus, you're paying them for every step along the way. Podia is really affordable. People who start out in my classes, they sign up for the free account until they get to a certain stage and need more, what would you say, elaborate feature. And I don't mean elaborate feature. When they need something different or their business has grown beyond the allowed amounts in the free plan, that's when they upgrade. And I pay less for my Podia than I used to pay for just my email account alone. And I've got a lot of stuff that I can do with it. I find that it's affordable, it's easy to use, and if you take one of my courses, it's required. It's required because I'm not going to keep up with all these other programs. Number one, Podia works better. Number two, it's simpler. And number three, it's far more affordable. So, if you're going to take my courses, you are going to use Podia. My courses are basically all in one, I call it the all in one world for solo lady creators. But they're basically all in one, just like Podia's all in one. And they blend together very well. So, if you want to take my courses, it's time to sign up for a free Podia account.